Hey, what's up guys? Tony here. And the first thing you might notice is I might sound a little bit different to you guys, and that's because I picked up a new microphone. For the longest time I've been using the Blue Snowball, and I've been using that one for, gosh, better part of a year and a half or so now. And I finally had some spare money, and so I've been wanting to pick up the Blue Yeti Pro for some time. And I just sort of Sunday night, I bit the bullet and I was like, I'm going to order it. I really want it. And so I did. So hopefully the audio quality sounds great. It's going to take some fine tuning because I'm noticing that the microphone is a little temperamental sometimes. It's not as, universally like easy, it's not an easy microphone to use, especially with these sort of rudimentary programs that I have. It really honestly feels like I need a more comprehensive audio program, something like a Pro Tools, to really get the most out of this microphone, because I'm using Audacity right now, and it's doing what it can, but I'm finding some limitations with it, especially when it comes to trying to get that really crisp, deep, like smooth radio quality out of it. That's really my goal, is to get to a point where I can have like good radio quality audio for my videos. I think that's probably every YouTube commentator's ultimate goal. But I think that's a good transition because I want to start doing something. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I'll be honest, for the most part, I've kind of chickened out about doing these sort of like YouTube talks, I think I'm gonna call this like Tuesdays with Tony or something like that, where I just sit down and I talk about something that I think is a good, not necessarily an issue, but something that I think is worth discussing. And the first topic that I came up with was actually YouTube, of all things. And I was in my my history seminar class tonight, and I came up with the idea, and I kind of want to talk about it. And basically the question is what is great about YouTube? Because if you think about it, we all do, at least I know I do. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I never sat down to qualify what it is about YouTube that holds my attention. Why is it that I watch so much YouTube, but I don't watch like regular TV? And so I made some notes, and I'm actually going to be really eager to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section, and then for suggestions on things to talk about in future episodes, and for people who might want to make this into a chat with subscribers. Try to do it every, maybe get it done on Tuesday, post it on Wednesday or something like that, because starting not next week, but the week after, I'm gonna have a lot more free time on Tuesdays, because my seminar class will be not concluding, but we're ending class meetings because it's time that I need to start researching and writing a history project, one that actually I kind of want to, I'll maybe discuss at a later commentary with you guys, an idea that I have, or a couple of ideas that I have, because I really respect you guys' opinions. So I reach out whenever I need to have a discussion with you guys about certain things like that. So anyways, back on topic. What is great about YouTube? And the very first thing I put on there, and this is coming from a historian standpoint, is that it captures time and place. It is a means for us, for say future generations. They can look back, as long as there's an internet, as long as this, and if there's like a new version of the internet later on, as long as this material is archived and transferred over, these files, these videos, these web pages, the entire scope of the internet could be, say, I don't know, compressed like you do with like microfiche. I think it's fish. Anyways. Like microfilm, you can like compress it down onto a disk, and maybe they can do that with the internet one day if there's like a more powerful internet or whatever. But yeah, I'm thinking like from, you take vloggers, you take so you got like daily vloggers, you can take news media, even commentators like myself, and video game commentaries. We sort of all like I said, it boils down to time and place. Like, what are we talking about? What's important to us? What is it that we're watching? What's relevant to today? You know, talk shows now, like say Conan O'Brien, if he does like some certain things on YouTube, and there's just all these avenues to archive and store all these time and place things that I was just discussing. So I think from a historical standpoint, it might be useful in the future if people are researching 200, 300 years from now, this time period. They're like, well, what was so important about 2012? They can come back, they can look at this stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, here's what, you know, this guy Tony was talking about, you know, and he had this YouTube channel. So things like that I think are really cool, and I think that's one of the big deals about YouTube. One of the other big things is we're noticing with some of these like revolutions and stuff, it is a place where mass communication can happen, where people can have a voice that they might not otherwise have, and I think that's pretty awesome. You know, when I was growing up, you know, to have an outlet, you needed to have either you're a columnist or you had to have a TV show. You had to have some means of broadcasting your voice, broadcasting your opinions out there. And now we have the internet. You can put a video on YouTube, it could go viral. And if it's a very, very important video, if you're discussing something that is relevant to your time and place, then it can go viral and people can hear your message, and it gives you as an individual a voice in this world that we live in. And to a certain extent, you could say that the world is shrinking, not in terms of actual physical distance, but as far as in terms of connection with other people. You know, we've got things like Skype. You know, we can Skype with people from England, from Russia, Japan, everywhere in the world. As long as there's internet and someone's got a computer and Skype, we can Skype with them. And that's what I mean by bringing the world in a little bit closer to each other. And YouTube helps facilitate that, as far as, like I'm saying, like if there's a message to be sent, or if there's something that you want to say and you want to broadcast to a larger audience, you know, so like YouTube commentating or something like that, or, you know, call it video game commentating, or blogging, vlogging, music videos, political stuff. You know, it's all sort of the same, it's under like the same message, like I said, is your time and place, and I think that's pretty cool. There are other things. Well, here's another good example. Talent. Like, some of you guys might not remember, but there's this there's an old song, or maybe it was a CD cover. I think it was Green Day or something. There was the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and that refers to Hollywood. Hollywood Boulevard is the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, because people go to Hollywood to aspire to become famous, to become actors and actresses. And more often than not, people move to Hollywood and they end up going back home, going back to wherever they came from, because they went down to the Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and their dreams were broken. Not everybody makes it. And that's just a sad reality of life. Not everyone is going to become famous. But now, with a place like YouTube, you have your special place in the world where you can become otherwise, quote, famous. You could become known for something. You could have, 2,000 subscribers, Like, I never thought that I'd ever be in a position in my life where I would have 2,000 people who know me in some way, in some fashion, and would want to, it sounds really egotistical, but would want to get my attention somehow, or just even spend a hot minute with me, talk on Skype, or get a game in, or whatever. And that's just sort of the little level of fame, I guess, that I have. And I don't want to make it sound like I like lust for this fame, but I'm just making an example that people on YouTube, especially if they're big commentators or big channels, they're otherwise famous. They are like, take like a Hutch or Scene Anners. You see them on the street, you're like, holy shit, that's Hutch, that's Scene Anners. Let's go talk to them. Let's go take a picture with them. Let's go spend 5 seconds with those guys, because those are our accessible celebrities, I guess we could call them, because they're not gigantic movie stars that make $200 million in 2 years or whatever the hell it is. These guys are accessible. So like YouTube famous, if you become YouTube famous or a YouTube celebrity or whatever, these are sort of like the blue collar celebrities, like that growing middle class and societies as they're coming up, they're arriving or whatever. Anyway, sorry for the history reference, but that's kind of how I perceive it. You know, we got this growing blue collar famous people, you know, these celebrities, blue collar celebrities, I guess would be an awesome name for them. But it's a good place to, like I said, display your talents in places that you'd otherwise not get recognized. You know, singers and songwriters and actors and filmmakers, graphic artists, radio people, commentators, podcasts. Like it's an endless, near endless source of creativity and brand new content. And I think that's really exciting. I think that's really awesome. And oh yeah, I guess the last note that I made was reality TV, and that goes right out to like the daily vloggers who, you know, go and they put themselves out there and they put their daily lives and their families and their relationships, and they're putting that all out there for people, and that's true reality TV. Although it's edited, for the most part, it's just their day-to-day lives and people, I guess, voyeuristically living, enjoying their life, you know, through somebody else's. So anyways, guys, I don't want to make this too long of an episode, especially since I'm just kind of doing this off the top of my head. I don't want to ramble, but I'm kind of interested, you know, what is it about YouTube that you guys find fascinating? What is it that you like? So I'm looking forward to reading in the comment section what you guys think, and for some ideas. Like, please throw me some ideas, and like I said, maybe we can make this into, you know, hey, subscribers can come on, we could chat, and we could talk about stuff, you know, because that's really what it is to be human. You know, sit down, communicate with other people, and sort of enjoy each other's company. And I don't really want to make this into, you know, like kumbaya, but I guess I have to end on that note. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Got your rounds over here.